After over a month-long discussion, the school committee approved the fiscal year 2021 school budget on Tuesday, January 28th. The school committee reduced the superintendent's original budget proposal by $200,000. The amended $80 million budget includes a 6.2% or $4.7 million increase over the current budget year. Municipal producer Yu Xiaowin has the details.
Contractual salary increases contributed to 60% of the increase, or $2.8 million, which, according to the original superintendent budget document, intends to provide reasonable yet competitive salaries for existing employees in order to retain a talented faculty and staff. $1.8 million will be used to support the overall growing enrollment and the increasing number of students requiring special education. The amended budget proposes to add about 14.17 full-time equivalent employees, including classroom teachers, special education positions, assistant principals, and other school staff. The budget requests a total of 10.19 full-time equivalents for special education positions in areas like autism, psychiatric transitions, speech therapy, English language education, and more. At the school committee meeting on December 10th, Superintendent Dan Gutekunst talked about how it would impact not only the students in need, but also the general education students.
When a classroom teacher is consumed with, for example, and this is real, I saw this today, a child's behavior, a child who has behavior that requires some special teaching and some attention. When that classroom teacher is pulled away to address that behavior, that impacts all children. But without the help of a special educator, whether that be a teacher assistant, a counselor, or teacher, then all students are impacted. This budget is attempting to make sure that all students have an opportunity to learn in an environment that's inclusive and equitable.
Needham education advocates showed up at the budget public hearing held on January 21st to support special education services.
A long time ago in first grade, I began my journey in special ed. Now I'm a mom of 2 daughters, and they both are currently in special ed. My daughter is, my 7th grader is at Pollard, and she's currently in the Learning Center at Pollard. And my youngest, my 5th grader, is at Elliott in the language-based classroom. And I'm super proud of the work that this school has done for my children, and I obviously am a huge supporter of this budget and continuing what they've been able to achieve, as well as any other students in the Needham public school system.
The majority of children with a special education designation share classrooms with general education students, and the quality of education for students increases when differentiated options are supported.
Superintendent Gutekunst explained the 0.8 full-time equivalent request for assistant principals at the school committee meeting on January 7th. The increased full-time equivalents will help equalize the ratios of students per assistant principal among schools. Elliott Elementary School currently has the highest ratio, which with over 1,400 students per assistant principal is twice the recommended ratio.
I frankly think it's essential. Just as those classroom teachers are meeting the needs of our students, these assistant principals as co-pilots in service to our students and families are meeting the needs.
The assistant principal of High Rock, Maggie Sharon, shared her feelings at the public hearing.
It's really challenging to do that work when you're not there for a day or a half a day, because things happen all the time. And so the FTE increases there will have a really large impact on all the students, and the times that we don't do that end up having sort of a long ripple effect. That's really hard to manage during the school day.
The remaining $50,000 increase is meant for program improvement, including key teacher leader stipends, high school textbooks, and technology infrastructure. Superintendent Gutekunst also talked about the reductions from the original proposal.
I believe these are the only reductions we can take without impacting everything I just talked about. Our special education students, our regular education students, all of our staff, and every single program in the Needham Public Schools that we're trying to design to support our strategic priorities.
All in favor of the superintendent's budget as amended?
For the Needham Channel News, I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.